We are now joined in the studio with Moya Taylor. She's going to be telling us all about the Sittingbourne and Milton Music Festival. But firstly, good evening and welcome along to the show.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
What is your role in this event?
My event is as the main organiser and coordinator of the event. It was my sort of little brainwave, sort of throwing around ideas, fundraising events, to raise some money for some scouts to go to Romania, but I'll explain more about that later on. And thought, yeah, it'd be a really good idea to organise a music festival. I've been to lots of music festivals myself, and I've always really enjoyed them. I thought, well, let's give it a go. So that's why I'm sort of in charge of tickets and making sure everything comes together on the day.
Now, you're calling the event SaM Fest. Can you tell us more about that event?
Yes, certainly. SaM Fest is the Sittingbourne and Milton Music Festival. Sittingbourne and Milton Scout District is where we're actually holding the event at their Scout headquarters up at Bexon Lane in Bredgar. All the bands that are playing are local to Kent and the local area, and the event is really to raise money for 12 young people to go out to Romania. But as I say, it's all local bands, so although it's a scouting event, it's not like scout group bands playing. They are proper bands that go out and do proper gigs. You know, they're really good bands, and we're really grateful for them to coming along, really.
Moya, why did you decide to put the event on?
Well, mainly it's to actually fund a trip over to Romania for 12 Explorer Network Scouts aged between the ages of 16 and 21. Now, the trip is actually going to be twofold. They're going over to Romania for nearly 3 weeks. The first 10 days they're doing a trek across Romania in 3 groups of 4 young people, and that is to try and gain their Explorer Belt Award. Now, this is one of the highest awards in scouting, sort of just a little bit down from the Queen's Scout
Right.
Award, and it's really, really difficult to get. And they've had to do all their own planning on their routes, where they're going to stay. I think they've found it quite good fun, sort of contacting people, scouts in Romania, to try and sort of make links so they've got places to stay. Now, 2 of my children are actually going on the trip. They're going to be in separate groups, but they needed to raise about £750 each to cover the cost of the flights, the hostels, and also for the second part of the week, which is to work in a children's hospice, an orphanage for children suffering from AIDS. The centre is actually called Love Light Romania, and it was started in 2001 by an English couple called Joe and Ron Jowett. And what happened, they went out there and they saw the desperate need of the children out there, and when they came home they put the house on the market and moved out there with their 2 children themselves and opened the centre. At the moment they've got 12 children in their care, and they've either got AIDS themselves or they're being cared for because their families have died from AIDS or are living with AIDS, and they get absolutely no government funding at all. Like in England, it's all charity based, and so really what the young people are going to do in the second week is they're going to take some of the children out on like a scout style camp, so they can sort of do bits and pieces like that with them, and just give them a little bit of things they wouldn't normally get a chance to do, and to give Joe and Ron a little bit of a break as well. And during that second 10-day period, hopefully they're also going to gain their International Friendship Award as well, which is another really high award in scouting. So they're all really looking forward to it, but obviously we need to raise the money to get them out there and to give the centre a big donation as well.
Now, Moya's brought her daughter along, Megan, so welcome along to the show. Good evening.
Thank you. Hello.
Can you tell us what bands are playing at this event?
We've got loads and loads of really local bands from all across Kent. A lot of the bands are from the Sittingbourne area. We've got a couple of up-and-coming new bands, Twist of Fate and New Regime. They're younger bands, and then we've got more substantial bands. We've got Jamie and the Portraits, Train Spotters and the Cares, who play a lot in the Ivy Leaf Bar, and we've got My Last Mistake playing, who are from Maidstone. So we've got a lot of really good music, and the music that we've asked them to play is family orientated, so we're very much going for pleasing music that's not going to be too hard on the ears.
And I understand that all the bands are giving up their own time for free.
Yeah, we're really, really grateful for what they're doing. I mean, when I explained to them what the thing, what the whole thing was for, they were really, really happy and really willing to do it. I mean, we've offered to give them, petrol money and food for the day, but apart from that, all they are getting from this event, apart from the publicity of it, is the sales from their merchandise. But we're really, really hoping to have a massive, massive crowd to really support these bands and, make it worth their while coming out for free for us.
Moya, where and when is the event?
The event's being held on the 12th of June, Saturday 12th of June, at the Scout Activity Centre in Bexon Lane in Bredgar, which is just outside Sittingbourne. There's going to be car parking on site, so parking isn't going to be an issue. So there's plenty of car parking, and hopefully, being the middle of June, the weather will be good and shine down on us as well.
How can our listeners get tickets?
Well, there are two ways of getting the tickets. You can either visit one of the band's websites, who've actually put some information on there for us, and that is www.twistoffate.co.uk/SaMFest. Again, that's www.twistoffate, which is all one word, .co.uk/SaMFest. Or you can phone the ticket line, which is 07940 327 337.
What else will be at the event?
Well, we've managed to get a couple of food stalls going to be coming along. There's a fully licensed beer tent, and we are hoping to have some sort of real ales on cask as well. We're hiring in a festival-sized PA system, so hopefully, the sound system will be fantastic and everyone will be able to hear it. We're also going to put up a few marquees just in case we do have a couple of showers, so people can get out of the rain. But it should be a really, really good event. I'm really looking forward to it. I'd like to say thank you to everyone behind the scenes that's helping me organise this as well. Obviously, it's not something that one person can do by themselves. It's going to be a really good event, and I think it's something that people will be sorry that they've missed if they don't come.
Could you refresh our listeners when the event is and those useful contact details?
Yes, certainly. The event's going to take place on the 12th of June, starting at 4 p.m. and going through to 11 p.m. Tickets are costing £10 each, and to get hold of your tickets, either telephone 07940 327 337, which is the box office line, or go to www.twistoffate.co.uk/SaMFest.
Moya, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along this evening and telling us all about the music festival.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's Moya Taylor and Megan telling us all about the Sittingbourne and Milton Music Festival, SaMFest, here at BRFM 95.6 this evening.